Hi guys, it's Aegis here. So today I'm here not with a standard deck profile but actually with a premium fun deck that I tried it quite hard to actually make this to happen. Um, so it's actually, if you see the thumbnail, you know it's a premium Zorga build. I have tried to use Zorga like very early stage to put him in the premium, but doesn't mean a lot of things, just that it can. Uh, this one is kind of the same, but at least I improve it to a level that it's actually playable with meaning while just having fun. So um, how things work will take a little bit of time to explain, but I've playtested for so long, it won't guarantee you win games, but it's a very fun concept to actually try. That because I always like to, when I see a standard ride line, I want to like put it inside premium with some kind of support. At first I was doing that so hard with Dark States because we still have Castile Demonas, that I can actually copy all those standards vanguards and use them, but then it's gone. So that kind of project is actually kind of stopped because I don't see a lot of things that is so easy to put in, or the ideas that I saw I don't have the resources. For example, the gun diva with the ninjas, that is actually quite fun, but I don't have any like resources for the ninjas, so I just have to give it up. So without further ado, let's go into the deck profile first. Starting Vanguard, I'm not using like the draw card to give you quick shield, that kind of Vanguard. I'm using the very old GTD 12 starters, Ida. So she's here mainly for the first skill, the active skill. Read this unit, choose 2 of your units, and during a turn, they are considered to be having the same card name. So these 2 units will have like basically 2 names, and that's very important in this deck idea. Just think about that first. And then I am running 4 of the blue Zorga and 3 of the Zorga mask. So the one thing in premium when you're trying to play standard cards is that you need to actually make sure he's in your hand. And for example, Zorga mask is a card that in your hand, but you need to actually have your Zorga or as your Vanguard so that you can ride on it. So if you just have this card while you're on grade 2, you have nothing to ride. So that is one very hard thing that I tried it, and that's why I'm not running for the Zorga mask. But we have ways to actually utilize this idea. But the main idea is that these 2 you can just simply do Alchemy Magic. It's very your Zorga mask can use 2 of the same orders to do Alchemy Magic. The plus 10k usually doesn't matter unless you can stride, but in this deck I'm actually make sure I can stride, so usually that 10k isn't like matter at all. And you also get to just remove and play one of the Zorga to search yourself a unit on an order, so you can actually use Alchemy Magic before you get into your strides with this deck. But I'm not running a lot of orders, so you might do it like once or twice, or you may even just play 1 order during a turn, but that doesn't matter. You will see why. And then I'm running 3 of the Ahsha. So this is the first G era Ahsha, it's not the V era one, because in order to use the history collection or historical collection, grade 4 you actually need to use her. And more importantly, the reason I'm using the grade 0 is so that I can actually copy these two names. So this allows me to do two things. One, as an Ahsha, I can go into the the renewed grade 4 during my main phase, and it doesn't matter if my opponent is grade 3 or not, so that I can just swing while also getting two forces. Two, while being a Zorga, I can use my mask to personalize into Zorga mask to draw one card and plus 10k to my front row, and to link these two using a starter to give names to both of them, so that even when your Vanguard is Zorga, you can still stride into the renewed grade 4 as Ahsha, or you can still go into Ahsha while copying a Zorga because you don't have it in your hand and you need to like revive him somewhere else, and then you activate your mask because this becomes Zorga, then you can go into your Zorga mask, right? So this basically is the idea that no matter which one you go, you get to do things, right? That's the basic idea. And then what we also running is cards that generates plant tokens, because it's important to actually have plant tokens for your early rush, for some of your grade 4s to actually use the skills. So I have running 4 of the orange so that I can actually generate tokens, but I usually just ride him. But do remember his skills, all of his skills are regular circle skills because it's standard. So Round of Vanguard you usually don't have anything. And then the Dragon Tree Wretch. So this helps you to search your mask. That's why I'm running 3. And again, if you ride this as a Vanguard, you don't get to do that skill, so you need to usually just ride the orange and call this out to generate a Dragon marker and also grab your mask, so that you can still use your Dragon Bone. So this is extra attacker. It doesn't matter if he doesn't appear, but if he's there, you can still kind of manage another attack. So it's actually helping you out. And even if you stride, because as long as you're on top of Zorga mask, you still get to do it. And then 4 of the Maiden Sweet Berries generate souls, generate plant tokens, and be a great booster. Mushroom, more souls, more plant tokens, basically it. Beauty, so that you can just put cards that you bind back to the drop zone, so you can reuse them while powering up. Orders, 2 masks, because you need to go into Zorga mask. 1 of the regular piece, so that you can search yourself the cards that you need to copy. For example, if you're on Zorga, you don't have Ahsha in hand, you can play this and then find the Ahsha and just go for it, right? Plant tokens generator, default malice, so that when you don't have resources, you can just gain it back. This helps you grab orders, so that you need to use your ability to actually like rotating cards so that you can pick them back up. And then the Sweet Dreams, so that you get to look at the top card of the deck, and sometimes it's important while you're doing triple drive. That's all that you need to just finish your opponents off. Triggers. Generic over trigger, because even though the Zorga one is quite strong, but we usually do a lot of attacks before your Vanguard attack. So instead of having 1 of the 100 million, I want 2. Just that simple. I'm just hitting hard. Strike for the crit, free. Sewing crit, free. 4 drop PGs. If you want to use the Blitz order, feel free to use it. one mango so that I can actually get to copy some of the card to make my Vanguard really strong. Make sure my Vanguard strong actually, because it's power up the Vanguard. And then for heals, I'm using 3 of the grade 3 heals so that you can protect yourself early games. And this repainted G Guardian using heal so that you get to counter charge or soul charge. It's actually quite easy to make it happen, and since we have updated the power and the shield, I'm using it. Now, G units. 1. Harmonix Messiah. Because I'm not getting any quick shield, so I'm using a Guardian shield, and it's a very easy card to just flip over. This I actually need to use it as a proxy because this card is just like in a very deep place that I can't find any. I just can't get one, so and I don't even have the new one yet. I have like cracked it like 20 boxes and I don't have a single copy of the new one. I still need to look for it, but I need to, because I need to go into the stride and then I need to flip the same copy to gain the 2 forces, so you need 2 of that. But if you just have 2 ones, you can just use 2 of them, because by theory you will just consider them to be the same card and the text will be updated. But if you want to like have less argument with your opponent, better prepare 2 new or 1 new 1 old, so you can strike into the new one and just flip it on, right? Because they share the same name, that's nothing your opponents can just complain. But since I'm doing like fun plays, I just not bother to find another copy somewhere until I find a new one, so I just need to work hard. For Katrina, because we finally have her releases to full potential, so we're using 4 of her, and she can just simply bring you out a lot of stuff to do a lot of things. So yeah, that's also one reason why I have so many plant token generator, that while I first call a lot of plant tokens, buff them up, swing with them, use Katrina to attack, basically remove all your plant tokens, call at least 2 of the plant tokens generator, call 2 plant tokens to the front row. Those 2 plant tokens will still get buffed, and you just swing for 5 attacks every single time with high power. That's basically what she does. 2 of the Sandrine, so Sandrine. So this is another card that after using this, or you don't see Ahsha anywhere, then you can use her, because what she does is you just need to pop 2 of the token units, and if this card is face down and your opponent is graveyard hard, you can just strike on top, plus 10k and 1 crit. Just simple force. And you are so easy to get so many plant tokens, you only need to pop 2. And this also allows you to do alchemy magic if you need to before you go into your strides. Because if you go for Katrina, you won't be able to do any kind of alchemy magic, you can only play 1 order. But that is already powerful enough. But sometimes you rather do something before you go into stride, and Sandrine give you that options. And one of her, so that when we use a lot of cards and we are starting to run out of gas, then you can use her to return some cards, call some cards back, and do attacks. GB8 just in case. Usually I don't need to use her, go that far, so you can change her to anything you want, but for me I just want these 2 as a backup plan. And then go into our G Guardians, 2 Antero, because it's still like the one with the highest shield value with less effort, because you always have a lot of cards. The new G Guard that requires you to have 3 guard circle and drop zone with the same name to put it at the bottom of the deck. That's why I try to maximize cards with the same name So I am reducing types, but adding in a lot of numbers. So make sure she is a lot more easier to happen. And to help you activate that, we have this dragon so that you can call one out, so you have two. So yeah, that's basically it. And it's a very simple plus shield if you need it, but usually I will be using these. And then one dismo that when I really don't want my regards to go away, sometimes like I have Ahsha and Zorga, my opponent is still on grade 2, I still kind of protect the Ahsha for whatever reason, or maybe the other way, that I'm on Ahsha, I have a Zorga on the field that I want to save it for next turn while my opponents go to grade 3, and then I can use the mask to go into Zorga mask, and I need to protect my Zorga, then this more is the card. Or any other kind of situation that you want to protect the regard, this is a good card, right? So yeah, that's basically it. The idea of this deck is no matter you go into Blue Zorga or you go into Ahsha, you get access to this, and you get access to this with your Zorga mask, and then just depending on what cards you have, you go into Great Force, you go into Alchemy Magic, you go into Personal Ride, and get 2 forces, basically to the left and right front row rigor circle, and just keep swinging. Yeah, but I think it's a very fun idea to play with like Zorga in premium and actually see it working. So yeah, that's why I make it actually happen as a thing. At first I saw this idea with people just trying to like copy Ahsha with something else so that you can just jump it. I think it's something like that. They didn't actually use Zorga, and then I just feel like, okay, it's time to actually try to prepare for the mask and use that. And it's actually quite challenging, quite fun to play with this deck, because you might not survive that easily, while this deck involves a lot of gimmicks that you need to collect the combo pieces, and it's not that easy. But at least I'm maximizing the possibility that you can actually make this to happen. So here you are, a premium Zorga deck that if you are like a Zorga fan and you want to try Zorga into premium, I think that is one way that you can go for it. If you do have other ideas, feel free to share with me in the comments down below. I'm happy to just look into those and maybe even try it myself. But so far, I think this is like the answer that I would give out if someone asked me, if you are making a premium Zorga deck profile, how will you approach it? This will be the way. And at least I think it's good enough to play Zorga with. Even though you see I don't play a lot of orders, I don't always do a lot of alchemy magic, but I leave myself a room to actually do that. I utilize the deck feeling that the dragon tree, the mask actually giving me, and then other than that is just up to luck. What I draw, what I ditch, yeah, what I play. Yeah. So if you have any questions again, let me know in the comments down below. Feel free to answer all of them. Like this video, share with your friends, subscribe for more deck profiles, deck fights, unboxings videos, and yeah. yeah, I think that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Signing off.